Hi, this is Sahrai. Welcome to this video on embodiment. So the sun started streaming through right as I was about to go and record. It is streaming through branches and window panes. I hope it's not too distracting. It was a bit cloudy out. I've got my light set up here, but also the sun is very bright. Natural light is the brightest, most purest form of light there is. So naturally, the natural light is taking over. And I suppose it's not entirely, synchronistic that the light is coming in as I begin filming about embodiment. So embodiment for me is this. There are spiritual layers to this, but it's also practical. It's a practical journey, just as there are practical, pragmatic nuances to the journey of coming into wholeness. Embodiment is the journey of embodying these higher level frequencies of our truest, purest essence as beings of light. And the sun is our source of light, our source energy. From a spiritual perspective, it represents the light of source. So it is the source of life on earth. So it is the source of our light and life as well. And so we are on this journey of embodying the light. And it might sound a bit esoteric and intangible, but that's exactly what embodiment is about bringing things into the tangible. So from a more practical perspective, embodiment is about taking our mindset, our beliefs, our frequencies, and integrating them into our state of being to become that next level version of self. Once we begin focusing our mindset on being, on creating, on being more positive, and it's a little fluffy of a word, but when we shift our mindset, we begin to shift our deeply held beliefs into those that are abundant and expansive, that we begin to shift our energy and frequency to match those new beliefs and thoughts. And then that is where we begin to get into this layer of embodiment. So embodiment is about integrating these higher level frequencies of being in a state of peace, of being in a state of love, being in a state of gratitude. So once we are embodied in our higher level version of ourselves, then we can create from these states this beautiful, abundant reality that most of us envision for ourselves. Whatever specifics that looks like for you, we are all on this journey of creating beauty and magic and abundance and love for ourselves. We all want to live in joy. We all want to experience love, loving relationships, fulfilling relationships. We all want to experience abundance, whatever that looks like. Prosperity, whatever that looks like. And we have our particular visions of what we want it to look like. And when we are embodied in our truth, we magnetize all those things that are a vibrational match for our soul's highest expression. And so this is the magic of embodiment. Okay, so the sun has now ducked behind and that was a magical little few moments, perhaps, if it wasn't too distracting, I hope. I can't get the word out now. So let's not disrupt the flow. So when I am embodied in my higher level states, things flow, and we're all on this journey. I'm human. This is part of being human, is we're not constantly fully embodied in these higher level states of being. So when I am embodied in my higher states, I feel in flow. And so this journey is really about coming into this state of embodied flow, embodied truth. Because when we are aligned with our truth, mind, body, soul, aligned with our highest expression, life flows. Life is easy. Abundance flows. Abundance comes easily. And I don't just mean financial abundance and wealth. I mean abundance of opportunities, of love, of joy, of opportunities to express ourselves in our most highest form of expression. We are embodied beings of light when we are aligned. And this is really about digging deep. So an embodiment practice helps us to get clear on our reactions, our triggers, our emotional states of being, of tuning into our body and how we're feeling. And these embodiment practices then allow us to transcend these triggers, these states that keep us small, these states of constriction perhaps. And once we get really clear with ourselves about where our body is at, what our body needs, what our soul needs in order to be more embodied, then when we listen to the whispers of our body, when we listen to the whispers of our heart and our soul, that allows us to expand then. So we integrate these denser aspects of self. We heal, release, integrate, all one and the same on some level. Once we come into that state, it allows our energy field to expand, and we are embodied in those higher frequencies. So gratitude is a powerful practice because it brings us into that higher level state, but it's the embodiment practices that really help us to integrate these states into our way of being. So we are physical beings. We are souls having a physical experience. We are light bodies having a physical human 3D dense experience. So this is the journey that we are all being called on. This journey into wholeness is one and the same of embodiment, the way I personally view it. So embodying these frequencies requires releasing the density that keeps us small, that keeps us in pain, that keeps us suffering, that keeps us in lack. So we all carry these old programs of the paradigm of suffering and density. And this is just the human condition, and it is one that we are now being called to collectively transcend. But what that means is us individually doing the work to dig down and really come into alignment by embodying our truth. And your soul has its own very unique expression that it wants to shine out into the world. And so your journey is going to be your very own. And we all have commonalities that bring us closer into wholeness, commonalities on this journey, this spiral journey, another video that I created, looking at the spiral dynamics of our personal evolution. And embodiment is really about this journey of coming into that pillar of light that I have now mentioned a couple times, embodying from that alignment with our pure soul light. So I hope that makes some practical sense, as well as, spiritual resonance kind of sense for anyone who finds this video. There are many tangents we could go down, but I think this is it's about attuning to our body and really getting clear on what our body wants, because our body is the temple. It is the home for our soul. So our soul speaks to us through our body first and foremost. And then when we become fully integrated and embodied, well, not fully, but once we're on that journey, we're able to access higher self knowing much more easily, because we are attuned to our intuition. We are attuned more readily to our instincts. We are paying attention and listening more closely. We are not denying the body. We are integrating heart and mind into a cohesive unity. So It's a journey, and it's one that allows us to blossom and unfold as the beautiful rose that we are, to share our divine essence with the world and to shine our light bright. So embodiment is just this beautiful journey of expansion and self-expression in its purest essence, the way I see it. So if this resonates with you on any level, I would so appreciate a like and a subscribe, or a comment, and share where you're at on your journey. I would love to connect with you. And of course, I have my course, The 8 Golden Keys to Abundance, which is activating these higher frequencies for each energy center. It's a journey of releasing the density, clearing and healing the density, and activating us into these higher level states of being. And it helps us to embody these higher frequencies. And that is also a bonus for my larger container soul flow, which really brings us onto this deeper journey. And it's just beautiful. So if that resonates with you, I have the links below. I also have my free infinite possibilities visualization that helps us to connect with that expanded version of self. So it's all down below, and I look forward to connecting with you either in one of those containers or in the next video. Onward and upward in love and light, and I will see you soon.